to the second art class, online art class. I just want to thank Katie and Dan at Isolation Station Hastings for setting this all up, and to George and Wayne from the Fountain Pub who allowed me to do this art class in the first place, and it was kind of their idea. So this week I'm not modelling, which is a relief because then I can chit chat a bit more. So I've got a fantastic model this week, and if you want to ask him any questions, put them in your comments, and then I'll ask him the questions, because he's modelling, so he can't really look at his phone, though he might. So anyway, as well, we got in a bit of muddle with all your pictures last week. We didn't quite know what to do with them all. So this week we've got a new thing. If you post your own picture on Facebook, but hashtag it Drawing with Sue. So it's hashtag Drawing with Sue, all in one word. You add them all together. And then apparently we'll be able to see them all and make another lovely album like we did last week, which people seem to love. So anyway, I'm going to introduce you to this week's model. I first saw him several years ago, I think in a nightclub in East London. I couldn't stop looking at him. He had such a lovely face. And eventually, of course, I got to know him as that's what I'm like. And since then, he's become a sort of a style icon, and he has exhibitions of his looks and his style all over the world. Iceland, he's told me just then, I've forgotten, Miami, Poland, other places, glamorous places. But I'll chat to him throughout the show so you can find out more about him. And what I'm going to do as well, I'm going to have him in one pose for the whole session, because it's such an interesting picture and there's so much detail. It'd be really handy that you can just see him the whole time. But if you want to do little drawings and then a bigger one, that's up to you, you know, but it will be the same pose, if that makes sense. So if you want to do a 2-minute drawing, do one and then do a longer one, whatever. But there is an awful lot of detail. So now I'm going to reveal to you the fantastic Daniel Lismore.
Hello. Hi. Thank you for having me.
Welcome.
Thanks. I'm so excited.
Oh, good. Where are you at the moment?
I'm in Coventry. I haven't been sent here, though.
Oh, good. And I believe you've got a special person there who I want to say hello to.
Here's my mum. She's going to come and say
Mum
hi.
Pat. I'm very keen on. Come on, Pat.
She's going to come and have a chat in a minute.
Hi, Sue.
Now, I have one question for you. Have you had any Quality Street during this time?
Only purple ones.
I know you love them. I was just checking.
And I had a painting off you of the purple Quality Street. That was lovely.
Is it nice to have Daniel home with you all the time?
It's wonderful. He's looking after us.
Oh, that's good. All right then, thank you ever so much. We might see you again.
You might do.
Daniel's getting his position now, if that's all right.
You might not. I'll leave you to it, folks.
All right, well, you draw him as well. Go on.
So, this is what I've been making since I've been home. So I'm wearing what I've been making, and I had so many broken things over the years, and I've just started to put them together.
Oh, it's beautiful. So I hope everyone's happy with this pose. So, as I said, you can either spend like 45 minutes or so doing the whole picture, or do bits and bobs or little ones, because we do have to finish at 4 o'clock on the dot today, because there's something on straight after us on this very busy TV station.
It's very busy.
I know. Very popular, Hank. So there we go, Daniel. I'm going to look at some of the messages and read them out while you're posing, all right?
Yeah.
Let's have a look.
Is this okay for everyone? I'll come forward a bit.
It is. I think my niece is there, Holly. She's met you before. And my little nephew, Reynard, who's only little.
Hi, Holly. Hi, Reynard.
Yeah.
I think my sister.
Pum?
I think my sister and my Auntie Dawn are here.
Oh, they're all fantastic. Good old Auntie Dawn. There's quite a few people from my art class watching. Let's have a look. Oh, yeah, my friends Kim and Tracy. Joe Donald Urquhart, the artist. He's drawing. He did a nice picture of me last week. Oh, Wayne's watching. You know Wayne, don't you?
Hi, Wayne.
Yeah. Oh, my friend Maggie says hello to Daniel and to Pat.
Hello, Maggie.
Yeah. Oh, there's lots of people from my trait thing here.
It's a good idea.
Dispo's watching. Oh, no, it works well. But it's sad because in our art class, it's lovely because we're all sitting there together and everyone like chit chats and looks at each other's work. But we're doing our best this way.
Well, we'll have to do it in reality.
Oh, yes. Well, one day you can come down Hastings then.
Yeah, I've never been there. And I have lots of friends there and I've always wanted to go. So.
Oh, it's lovely. You can come and stay with me.
Amazing. Thank you.
Oh, Simon Wilding says, do I see a piece of Mask of Orpheus on the front?
Yes, you do. It was one of the test pieces that we did for the Mask of Orpheus. And then I've just added some Swarovski crystals and broken jewelry that I had in the box.
Oh,
so
amazing.
This was from
Didn't
the opera.
you design an opera, costumes for an opera?
Yeah, the Mask of Orpheus. It was on at the English National Opera.
Yeah.
And it was only on for 5 nights, and we spent 2 years working on it. So it's kind of crazy.
Oh, that must have been amazing.
It was kind of magical. I worked with a guy called Daniel Lismore, and he was the head of the E&O at the time. And he saw my exhibition, and I kept bringing certain people to the opera, like celebrities and things. And I thought they were going to ask me to do PR. And then he called me in, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not sure what I'm going to say to them. And then they asked me to design the costume.
Do you love the little funny, strange jobs you get asked to do out the blue?
Yeah, I do. It's interesting because you get big jobs and then you get really interesting jobs. And the bigger jobs, you're kind of, as an artist, I guess they allow you to be, they allow you to go weird with it, you know. So Bulgari, for example, they invited me to a few places, and they were like, I was wearing millions of pounds of jewelry, and I was wearing my own outfits and things. So it was like, and they put me in a video for Vogue, which Kloss Films did. And that, you know, you can get really creative with it, and it's the fashion industry is changing a lot. Because years ago you couldn't even come out as gay as a model, you know. So that was it's interesting.
Oh, we've got a celebrity thanks. David LaChapelle. David LaChapelle, he says hi.
Hi, David.
But I think it's through his friend rather than him, through his friend John Byrne.
Hi, Johnny.
Knows me from the olden days.
Johnny, David are the most wonderful people. They, you know, as a kid, you asked me about, or you said we'd talk about inspiration. So when I was about 16, I went to college, 17, and my teacher showed me David LaChapelle's work, and I really questioned reality. So, you know, when you're shown like imagery and things, and you go, I'm never like that. So I put myself to the test, inspired by David and a guy called Stephen Arnold, and then just started to kind of create these moments of like living, you know, but all these like maximum in real life. So sorry, I'm moving. I don't mean to.
Oh, it's amazing. Who else? Oh, I've got a message here from Denise Alcott.
Yeah.
What is the favourite piece you've made?
Favourite piece? I'm not sure. I've got an exhibition which is travelling, and there's nearly 50 pieces in it. 50 sculptures.
How many?
50, nearly 50.
Oh,
and they're made from over 7,000 objects. So they've all accumulated into one piece, you know, like hundreds of pieces in one. So it's I don't know, just all of them, because they all have memories, you know. Yeah.
Oh, oh, because I've been with you out one night, and you just see things everywhere, don't you? I remember we went to some old newsagent in Soho, and they had some funny old necklaces hanging up. You bought them and made them into a look, and they look fantastic.
You go. You can find inspiration and things all over.
Oh, Dawn McGregor says she was privileged to see your opera and the costumes were amazing.
Oh, thank you, Dawn.
Paul Coronis, he wants the exhibition to come to Greece.
I would love
I
it.
think we should have it in. Why is it not in England?
Just wait. Next year, when this next year, it's coming to England. No one knows that yet. I hope.
You've got special, exciting knowledge then. Brilliant.
Yeah,
Despo Hawkins, who's one of my regulars at my art class and lives near here. How long does it take you to get dressed?
No one believes me about 20 minutes. Literally, no one believes.
How do you manage that then? Just throw it all on?
You know, when you paint on your face, that's like a ritual that you do every day. And then you add like a base layer, and then you just go for it and like paint in the mirror like it's a, you know, you're a sculptor or a painting.
Yeah.
You just add, and rarely take things off.
I know, more the better.
Exactly.
Is it quite hot when you're out?
Very hot, very. I don't mind. And heavy.
Yeah.
I wore a kitchen sink.
Oh, how funny. I asked you that question, then someone I know has just asked, can you ask Daniel how he copes when it's really hot? But I already asked you.
All of my outfits have, between my body, I always wear like trousers underneath, like black trousers. But I always have like a long gown that goes to the floor, and all I have to do is like bend forward and I get a draft of air.
Oh, that's what you need.
Yeah.
I remember, you know, sorry to keep going on about Lee Bowery, but I could never understand how he went out in such uncomfortable clothes. But he just had to get
How long did it take you guys to get ready?
Oh, me, I'm always quick. I'm not, because I'm a slapdash kind of person. So I can usually get ready in about 10 minutes. But, you know, when I used to go out a lot when I was young, getting ready was part of the excitement of going out. But Lee he didn't take that long, really, maybe an hour. But then he started inventing masks, so he didn't have to bother doing his makeup, which saved a lot of time.
Genius.
So he just zipped himself into the outfit.
And how long did it take to like make one of his outfits? Did he spend hours?
It was a week or so, because he was so pedantic and fussy. And like when I make things, I'll just slap them together and I think, oh, that'll be all right. But him, every little hem, every little detail. If it wasn't wrong, he'd unpick it, sew it again, just till it was perfect. I've got another question here. Oh, what scents and perfumes do you both love? What do you like?
Well, I make my own with tuberose and Iso Super and all sorts of naughty, like bad, like really strong, horrible, disgusting, amazing smell.
Yeah, it all works well together.
Yeah, I mix them together and it knocks people's heads off sometimes.
Yeah. I like dusky smell. So at the moment, my favourites are Joe Malone, Pomegranate and Fig, and Tom Ford, Black Orchid. I've got round to making my own. I'm not clever enough.
It's like doing maths with your nose.
Yeah. Oh, Vikram Seth says, Vikram Seth asked Daniel, what's your biggest inspiration?
Well, it's a hard question. I think that just generally the people that I meet along the way, like people like you and people like David, for example, Ronnie, and like all sorts of like good, positive people, and they inspire me to be me, you know. And you learn all sorts of ideas from everyone. So it's like keeping your eyes and your mind open constantly, because you could neglect a really special moment in your life that you know, and it's like.
Tell me, you're not really a moaner, are you? Never heard you moaning about anything.
Well, my flatmate says the opposite. But...
Really?
Yeah.
I like to get a positive twist on everything if I can.
You're so positive. I've never seen you be negative.
I know, I do try. And who here? A lot of people here are saying you did a really brilliant TED talk. Where do we find that?
That's on TED, on their app or their podcast or YouTube or all over. It's on Facebook as well.
Yeah.
And that was the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. I had this book come out with all my work in, and I had a talk at the V&A Museum. And for me, it's, for example, people like Lee, they're performance artists, but I don't perform. So it's like I'm terrified of stages. It's kind of, I said the other day, it's like the ostrich effect. You're covered in all these feathers, and you put your head in under the ground, think no one can see you.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how I feel inside. So doing this TED talk, I asked a lady called Sophie, who was my publicist for Rizzoli, to get me as many talks as possible for the V&A. And when I did the V&A, I felt a bit more comfortable. But then I was asked to do the TED talk, and it took 3 months to write. Believe it. 3 months for 9 minutes on stage. And when you present it, you're in front of like the 1% of the world, like Bill Gates and Sergey Brin from Google and Jack Dorsey from Twitter and all these people that, pay a lot of money to go to this thing. So it's terrifying. But I managed to do it. And it was the hardest thing because most people do TED Talks when they, about a science project or an idea. And mine was doing it on my existence, which was very hard. So.
Oh, lots of people are still going on how good it was. I have to watch it now. How long does it last?
9 minutes, I think.
Oh, is that all?
Yeah, it was originally 13 minutes, and we actually changed. We took some things out because I was going to go crazy.
I'll just do a bit of self-advertising now. I had a pod released today. No, was it a podcast? That's it. See, I don't even know what they're called. On about the New Bohemians or something. But if you just put Spotify and type in Sue Tilley, it will come up. That's half an hour of my gibberings, my usual old gibberings and rubbish. But if you want, and it's also on my Facebook page if you want to have a go at listening to that. Talking about pieces.
I will check that out after this.
I'm looking for more questions. Well, do you know someone called Oliver Luckett?
Yes, I do very well. He's my manager and one of my best friends.
You ever get ready in 20 minutes?
I know, he doesn't believe me because when the thing is, he lives in like a museum. So when you're getting ready in his house, you spend a bit more time because you feel like you're at home. Yeah. And also, when we were in Los Angeles a lot, and it was very hot there. So to put on your makeup in the heat, I had never really done that before. So I was learning all of that. Yeah. But on the morning of my TED talk, he was with me, and it took about maybe an hour, and I couldn't fit through the bathroom door. So
very problematic. You get in.
So him and Scott, his husband, boyfriend, they helped me dress that morning, and I'm very grateful. And when I said on stage it took me 20 minutes, they started to laugh, and I know why.
Oh, someone else here said, my friend Maggie Alderson says, are there any other creative geniuses in your family? Do you know where it comes from?
I'm not a creative genius, but my brother's an amazing musician, and my uncle. Unfortunately, he was stabbed and he passed away 2 years ago. But it was awful. He was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah.
And he was a complete genius, and he was so. His graphics were amazing. Like, they blew my mind. When I was a kid, I used to watch him sculpt, and the thing, mind was insane. Like, amazing. Yeah. So, I'm not sure where it comes from. I think it comes from like being surrounded by antiques, and my parents are antiques dealers. So, so we used to live in this big old house, and Dad would bring all these paintings and ornaments home, and I was just obsessed with detail. So I think that's stuff.
Yeah, my mum always says to me, she repeats herself every day, Susan, where did you come from? No one in our family is auntie. I go, well, Mum, I just made my own path.
Well, you have to, I think,
I know. I kind of knew that since I was young. That's what I wanted to be with the weirdo people.
Yeah.
But creative people.
I love weird people. Some of my friends that are weird think, you know, that I hang out with weirder people, and they go, "You're crazy. Like, how are you with these mad people?" And I'm like,
Yeah.
"They're not mad. They're the most interesting people you could meet." You know.
Yeah, exactly. I know. Oh, there's not many. I think people are concentrating on their drawing now. So there's not many comments. Because sometimes, someone else has said, "Will you?" They're desperate for you to come to Hastings, so we could perhaps you could have a talk, and we could have art, whatever. We could sort it out soon.
I love that.
Yeah, it'd be lovely.
Let's do one of these in Hastings.
Pardon?
Let's do one of these in Hastings on the beach.
I know, it'd be lovely. We'd probably need something bigger than Wayne's Pub, though, because a lot of people will want to come.
Could we do it on the beach?
We could.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah. The nice pebbly beach. Oh, yeah, all the comments of people are here, though. I think there's 125 people drawing now, which is great.
Still enough. I'm sorry, I'm not.
Pardon?
I hope I'm staying still enough.
Oh, I think so. There's so much going on, I think, you know. My friend Maggie has just said,
Go on.
Oh, my friend Maggie's just said, you'll fit right in Hastings. We could have a new fancy dress festival for him. Because you might think it's an ordinary seaside town, but practically every other weekend, there's some sort of fancy dress parade.
Amazing.
They have them all the time. It's amazing. And there was like a pirate festival, and I thought, oh, they just have cheap old things from a fancy dress shop. Oh, no. They got like proper leather thigh-length boots, genuine pirate clothes. Wow. It's amazing. And quite often you're walking down the road and you just see loads of people in fancy dress. Might be dressed as Dad's Army, suffragettes, a Victorian couple. It's fantastic.
Wow. I need to check this out. So how did you get into art?
Pardon?
How did you get into the art world? Like, what was your first...
When I was at school, art was my best subject. And I got a grade A in my A-level art, and I trained to be an art teacher. But I was so kind of... I just let life drift along. And I went to sign on after I finished college. And they said, oh, come and work here. So I started working at the Dole office, and that kind of kept me going. It was easy. I got a pension. It wasn't too long hours. But I always did drawing and bits and bobs and do a bit of sewing. You know, I can turn my hand to this and that. But then a few years ago, I was modelling for the, what's it called? The kids company. And there was a model there as well. And we made friends. And he was an artist. And he just, second time I met him, he came round and bought me some crayons and just started me drawing. And so that was that. And, you know, he was so encouraging and so nice about what I was doing. I thought, oh, I can do this. Then I put some pictures on Facebook, and then someone just offered me an exhibition. See, this is what I like.
Yeah.
I don't aim for anything. It just sort of happens to me.
Yeah.
I'm happy like that.
Lucy and Freud painted you, right?
Yes.
Tell us about that, because some people might not know. Like,
oh, I'm sure they all know. Because Lee Barry worked with him.
Yeah.
And Lee wanted me to have a more interesting life, as if it wasn't interesting enough anyway. So he persuaded Lucy to paint me. And then, you know, when I went there, I just thought, oh, it was just a little job. Do you know what I mean? It was fascinating being with him because he's so interesting and that. But I didn't think much of it. So I never knew what would happen. So it was about 10 years after I stopped working for him that painting sold. And that kind of changed my life, really.
How much did it sell for?
Oh, a lot. Can't even remember.
It was the most
$35 million or something. At the time, it was the most expensive painting ever sold by a living artist at auction.
Wow. That's insane.
But then afterwards, another one sold for more.
Did it?
Yeah.
Huh. Did you get any of that money?
No, I got a little money from him. But, you know, I got all the jobs I'd say I've got since, all the good things, are because I did that. So although he didn't pay me much, it's made my life much richer. And also it's given me tons and tons of experiences. And every time I do something new, you learn something new, which is what I love. So I always say experience is more important than money. Because, you know, I've never had tons of money. I've always just scraped by. But I think that's good because that makes you be more creative instead of having to go, if you're so wealthy, you can just go out and buy this and buy that. But you kind of have to find ways to make it and make your life be what you want it to be.
Yeah, buying things is boring. I think making them is more interesting and fun.
I know. Oh, hang on now. Someone wants to know, how do you gather all your pieces? Like, for instance, the Andy Warhol's Campbell soup that you're wearing on your head.
So that my mum brought me that back from, she went to Spain or somewhere, and it was a Pepe Jeans like t-shirt thing. But for example, on me now is about 20 years of like broken jewelry and things. I don't know if you can see these, you can hear them, but these are stitched and glued on since I've been at home. Since, like, but all over the world, everywhere. Like this is from China. This is from the Maasai in Kenya.
Did you go to China and Kenya to get them, or did you just acquire them?
I went to Kenya to get them. China, my friend sent me this. He's from that tribe. My friend from Peru gave me this. So I picked things up. I got a lot of stuff on me from India and Thailand.
Yeah.
And then just everywhere, literally everywhere. Everywhere I find things on the floor, and I was with you and I bought those necklaces and that. Just everywhere.
Oh. Poor Maria, she's joined. She must be just down the road. Mm-hmm. She's using Sharpie. She hasn't got red. Very disappointed. Maria, you'll have to mix up. I don't know even how you make red. Change red to another colour. It will be fine.
Prick your finger.
Oh yeah, use lipstick.
Or lipstick or blood.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, scratch your finger and wipe it over the paper.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes I love in pictures that you make mistakes. Like sometimes I do drawings when I'm at the art class, and I spilt Diet Coke over one of them, but it made the pictures much better.
Yeah.
Because I'm a great believer in every picture you draw is that moment in time. It's not just the picture you're drawing; it's kind of recording your life at that moment. Yeah. Because what's going through your head and that makes a difference to what you're drawing. Like tomorrow, you could draw the same picture and it'd be completely different.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's hard to explain, but
I mean, imagine. I mean, that maybe could be a project. Like if you draw the same picture every day for years.
I know, because I love the fact that at my drawing classes, everyone's drawing the same thing, but they're so different. But what I like as well, sometimes I can guess who's done a drawing, so it kind of looks a bit like them,
right? Or
something about them, of their personality or how they look. Is sort of reflected in the drawings they do.
Great.
Oh, good. Jane is enjoying our conversation. That's good. How much longer have we got to go? Hang on. I was going to be very good and put my alarm clock on the table so I knew the time, but sadly I forgot.
Let's see.
Hang on.
I forgot
I'm trying to find the time. Oh, I think we've had 28 minutes, so you've got about another 20 minutes. Are you comfortable? Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. I used to do this when I was like 15 for all these older ladies, these granny. It was like a club in Coventry. Yeah. And I used to go with this fabulous lady. She used to come and pick me up, and we used to go and drive all around the Midlands. And I used to pose for these ladies. I'd never go naked, but I sometimes took my top off for them.
See, because Daniel is good looking. He's got a lovely face under all that makeup. And have you still got your hair down to your waist?
Yeah.
Oh, it's got beautiful. Have you ever cut it?
I haven't cut it for years. One of my best friends is a hairdresser, but I asked him to take a tiny bit off, and I lived with another hairdresser at the time.
Yeah.
And the other hairdresser walked in the kitchen and said, "What the are you doing?" And my friend had cut like up to here, so good. So I haven't had anyone cut my hair since. But it gets caught in door handles all the time, so I don't really need that.
So thick and lovely. Ellis Collins is saying hello. He's in the bath.
Oh, hello, Ellis.
Yeah.
Enjoy your bath.
Matthew Tan would like to know, how would you describe your fashion style? More surrealistic, I can't even speak. Surrealistic or realistic? I'd say it was both. It's
Yeah,
realistic because it's real.
it's real. It's realist surrealism, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's very kind of tribal in a way. Like as a species, I think, you know, we dress. I mean, dressing really hasn't changed since Victorian times. Everything went, you know, to the body. But before that, people dressed very differently, and that, you know,
Yeah.
depending where they were from, but ideas caught on. And if you look at different tribes around the world, this is kind of like what they might do, or, you know, because in the
Yeah.
Western world, it's changed since over the last few hundred years how we dress. So it's
Yeah.
I just question that a lot. I'm like, why do we need to wear these shorts and t-shirts and jeans and things? Like, why can't we just make something and wear it? And why don't people let us do that? Why can't people accept it? So weird.
I always think, when I think about weird things, I think, why do men have to wear a tie? Who made the rule? You have to wear a coloured ribbon round your neck, tied in a certain way. How bizarre is that?
Yeah.
Oh, someone else wants to know, while we're in this subject, do you ever leave your house in sweatpants and a t-shirt?
I don't own them, so no.
Oh, and what are your thoughts on loungewear?
I always wear a kaftan because it's just, you know, you're really comfortable in them. You can do anything in them, and you don't get too hot and too cold. And if you do, you just throw a bit of fabric on.
Yeah, and you can flap it about, can't you? To build up a bit of air.
Exactly.
Have you ever been on Sky Portrait Artist of the Year?
Yeah, I was on portrait. This is actually the one I chose. Can you see this picture here?
Yeah. Oh yeah,
It's the
because
one I
Ben
chose.
just asked, but I was on it as well. I enjoyed it. Did you?
Really? Oh, when was that?
Oh,
I
in
need
the
to watch.
first series, I think.
Oh, I need to watch that.
Yeah, I had to go to Cardiff. It was hilarious because I was
Really?
with Simon Weston,
Yeah.
Gavin Henson. They were the two other models. And then
Mm-hmm.
it was the day when Andy Murray won Wimbledon. And it was like, it was hilarious because we're all sitting round in this back room in Cardiff Town Hall watching the final on an iPhone. And I was thinking, this is bizarre. I'm with, what's it? Frank Skinner did it then, Joan Bakewell.
Yeah.
And then Gavin Henson. And it's like, I thought, this is a very weird, surreal moment in my life.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed it. I've got my picture on the wall. I don't overly like it.
I want to see it. Is it on?
Oh, yeah. I don't know where you can find it.
I'll have a look.
Debbie Sutherland says, you look stunning.
Oh, very kind.
Oh, I don't think we've got any drawings yet. If you've got any ready, could you send them to us with this hashtag drawing with Sue?
I'm trying to say.
Check how everyone's doing. Simone Russell wants to know how to post your drawings. Well, at the bottom, you just put them on your own Facebook page, but put the hashtag with it, drawing with Sue. And then apparently we can gather them all up.
Yeah, and if you tag Isolation Station as well, that would be helpful so people can see.
But if you're desperate, you can just message me on Facebook. Don't post them on my page, but you can just message me with them, and I'm sure I can sort something out. We're doing it. Well, Vivian Zulu Aga Pap loves you. She says so.
Oh.
That's nice.
Hi, Vivian.
Yeah. Oh, Katie Baird said, oh, don't put them on my Facebook page. Don't message me. Send them private.
Oh, otherwise Simon Harris is here. Do you know Simon? Do you know Simon Harris?
Yeah, of course I do. He lives here.
Yeah. He's on. Hi, Simon. Simon's taken the most amazing pictures of me.
Oh, has he?
And we've shown
the fountain. It's handy because he lives down the road.
He's got great disco lights in his room.
Yeah, I've got one picture,
but
because I've made a mistake and told him to send to me. So, Paul, I've got your lovely picture, but could you send it on your own Facebook with the hashtag drawing with Sue? But if I hold this up, I don't know if anyone can see it. Yeah, I'll probably not.
Also, if you at me at them or whatever, or send them. I'll post. I'll post them.
Yeah, look, I can see, but I don't think you'll probably see them because they come up too small. Oh, another lovely one from Craig, who is a do you know him? Craig Lawrence. He's a textile tutor at St Martin's, and
Yeah.
he's a regular at my art class. Hang on.
Wow.
I don't know if you
Hi,
can.
Craig.
I'm not very good at getting in the right place, am I? There we go. But we're sending them all at the end. So we've got about another 15 minutes left.
Mm-hmm. I'll try and stay in my post.
Yeah.
Sue, do you have any tips for people drawing?
See, I'm not the greatest art teacher on earth. Hang on, let me just get back into this because I've lost it now, as usual. I just think I don't really like teaching people how to draw because I tend they all end up drawing the same and they all look the same. So I like people just, what I say to them is just go how you feel and what you want to draw. And everyone does everything different. But if I sat here teaching you how to draw, which I wouldn't be able to do because I don't really know myself, I'd end up with loads of pictures all the same. So I just let people use their initiative and be confident in their own work and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Is what I like.
Oh, by the way, if you really want a picture of this, I will post one after, but you can screenshot.
Yeah, that's that's what I did last week. Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, Matthew Tan. I just want to know that you're an amazing presence in this world, allowing people to be brave, express themselves. Would you say that your fashion creations are sustainable? What are your thoughts on sustainability?
Well, I believe sustainability, it has to be the future of fashion. So I wear all sorts of things that I recycle them, and so when I recycle them, that means I turn them into different things. Some things I purpose, break down, build back up again, save them, and then they end up in a museum show. So that's for them, for the public. So it is in a way sustainable. I do think a lot about the fabrics that I use, and when I actually buy things, which is not very often anymore,
To be
I
honest,
try
it's quite hard to buy your style, wouldn't it?
and. Sorry.
It'd be hard to buy your style. They're not actually selling them in Marks and Spencer's.
No. I think when I had the fashion label, we tried to think sustainably. It was very hard back then, but I've worked with Vivienne Westwood on a lot of her projects, and I've come to realize that this has to be the future of all creative. Just every industry has to start being sustainable. It's the future. It has to be the future.
Yeah, because all this throwaway fashion, it's just daft, really, isn't it? Because you can buy clothes so cheaply, you can just wear them once and throw them away. But when you're buying those clothes, you must think how much the people have paid who made them. It must be a complete pittance.
Yeah. Literally everything I have on has been recycled. This was gonna, maybe get thrown away in the bin, and this is all broken stuff from, all over the years. So this is all sustainable, I guess. Some of it's been in a box for 20 years.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I think you just have to really think when you buy and think, do I need this? Is this going to last? Is this like so fabulous that I should own it? Does it deserve me?
Yeah, I think round here, because there's so many charity shops, practically everyone just wears charity shop clothes. But in fact, that's the reasons I moved here, because I'd only been here twice before I moved here, and I just saw people, they were dressing like really kind of in an exciting way, sort of unusual. And so on Instagram, I've got a page of Hastings and St Len's fashions, the way the people around here dress. But it's so good because that's sustainable and it's recycling clothes.
Right.
So
I think we all need to start thinking a bit more, especially if you're a designer or a fashion person, like it's harder, fine. But if you take the time to actually work sustainably, you get better results.
Yeah.
And consumerism is now starting to think sustainably as well. So the consumer wants sustainable things.
Yeah.
And anyone that's jumped on that bandwagon, stay on it,
Yeah. Oh, Daniel, one of our old friends is watching, Mark. Mark
Oh,
for
hi,
Healing.
Mark.
Hello.
Hi, Mark.
Hi,
Hope you're
Mark.
well. Hope your baby's well. Hope you're happy in Ireland.
I remember
You.
the first night I met Mark, he was with you,
I
and we
know.
were at Antisocial.
When the time we went to was it Babylon somewhere or other in
Babylon.
what's it called?
TVB. Yeah.
Yeah, funny old place. Yeah, that was good fun.
We had fun.
Oh, Marianne March says, I'm
Mhm.
looking at your sleeve. What
Yeah.
do you anchor your found objects on?
Sorry?
What do you anchor your found objects on? Have you got like a sewed to a caftan or something?
Yeah, this is one long piece of silk, which I got in Thailand years ago. But this is I've used glue and I've stitched
Yeah.
everything on. So
Oh, Maggie's reminded me, Beach Blanket Babylon.
yeah.
I used to like it when they used to give us a box.
My niece is on Millibeth.
Pardon?
My niece Millibeth is on.
Oh, is she? Oh,
Yeah.
that's good. So my niece is Holly as well. So she told me she's not very good at drawing, but she's a hairdresser, so she must have some creative skills.
Yeah, sure. I let my niece interview me recently. She came to my house in London. It's on YouTube. But she's so bright. The kids these days are just so amazing. You know, I think when I grew up, I probably wasn't as bright as these kids, and I think the internet's changed everything.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, I've just got a message. I forgot about this. Adam, who does lots of things here and runs the Albion pub, there's a competition called Secret Sophie Postcards. Let me have a look at this. This is a charity thing, and they just want people to draw a postcard.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a thing, it's an auction of a memory of a former pupil at his daughter's school, Sophie Maria Taylor, who died of cancer very young. And so what they want to do is people just draw a postcard and then we send them off and then they get auctioned. And I think famous artists are doing it as well. So you don't know whose postcard you went. I'm not really sure. But what I'll do is I'll post that on the video of this somewhere so people know what to do. So a little something to do is like just draw a little postcard, which I must do as well. I've got.
Amazing. Also, Sue, people are gonna they can donate, right, for this.
Oh yeah, I think it's this. I don't know if their donation link is up, but we were just doing donating to the Conquest Hospital. I think the link's on Isolation Station Hastings somewhere. It's because like the poor doctors, nurses, they've hardly got anything, and it's like really difficult for them.
Yeah. So if you guys have some spare money, it will matter. So please, please donate, because these people are looking after people with, and they're going to get sick, and it's just a nightmare anyway.
I know. And it's horrible conditions. They've got to leave their families, and so anything we can give to make better for them, the better. Yeah. So I think the link is somewhere on Isolation Station Hastings. I'm getting good at saying that.
I know some of you have a lot of money, so please, please donate.
I know. Oh, apparently Adam's contacted me. If we contact St Richard's School, they send out blank postcards, but actually, might not be hard to get them now. The shop might not be open, but anyway. What else is going on? So we've only got probably, what's the time? About another 5, 6, 7 minutes. So if you want to finish up. But as I said, Daniel's going to post a picture that you can copy, or else you can do a screenshot if you want to finish them. Because I imagine there's lots of detail involved in these lovely pictures. Mm-hmm. All right, if you want to contact to get a postcard, you have to go to admin@strichardsSCC.com. So it's admin@strichardsSCC.com. But we'll put all that on the thing.
Yeah.
So that's something to do to keep yourself going. Oh, I'm being sent some lovely pictures here, even though I made an error. Oh, Ro, that's lovely. Done in your exercise book. And David Brasher's done another lovely one again on his computer. But they'll all be up at the end.
So who have you got on next? You know?
Oh, I forgot. Oh, yeah, next week, my friend Rui, he's a proper artist, will be modelling for us from Portugal, from his studio in Lisbon. So try and get some colours together because his studio is so colourful.
Amazing.
And I first met him. He's the person who made me probably be an artist. And he used to be a nude model, although he was at Goldsmiths doing art. It was kind of a project.
Yeah.
He wanted to see how people drew him. So he's going to model us for next week, and he'll give you lots of tips and advice on art as well, because he's a very, very good drawer.
Amazing.
Unlike me. Hang on, where am I now? I've got to log in again.
You know, when I was a kid, I was always told by my art tutors or whatever, teachers, that I was a really bad artist and a really bad drawer. And then all the way through my life, I believed that. But I've been looking back through all my archives over the years, and they're not that bad. So, like, you know, I think this is another thing. If you think, oh, I can't draw, you can draw. You know, just take time and practice.
One of the things I do is I like putting myself into famous paintings. At the same time, you're looking at the way they draw. And if you look at a Matisse or something like that, they're amazing pictures. But you wouldn't call them a great draftsman. You know, you can see they didn't take that long to paint. Obviously, a lot of thought and that goes into it. But you couldn't say he was a fantastic draftsman, yet still his paintings are wonderful. But probably if he drew a hand, like, you know, the hands are in his pictures, the teacher at school would go, oh, you can't draw hands like that. But you can. Because we don't need to paint things exactly now, because cameras exist for photos. Yeah. So you can just put your own, what you think about anything in any picture. And don't, you know, everything you draw, everything you make is worthwhile.
It is. It is. And save your pictures as well. Save everything.
Yeah. I've got them all over my house.
Family, you know, your friends or whoever.
Me. When I was given an exhibition, I just went through all my old stuff. I thought, oh, that'll do.
There you go.
I
go on.
Oh, Willa's watching, who works at Wayne's Pub. Hi, Willa. Hi. And Susie Nightingale, she says, art teachers are so important. I was told I couldn't draw either, and it's always put me off.
Yeah, it put me off as well. You know, when I came to doing my opera, I didn't really want to draw anything. And actually, I can't, whatever's in my head, because of the way I dream things. So it's very hard to get them on paper. But I managed to do it in the end. And then someone came in and said, I really like your drawings. And I was like, you're the first person that's ever said that. So, you know, we can do it. And I created that opera by the drawing. So, you know, it's possible.
Yeah, I think anything you draw is worthwhile. I mean, like all children draw, don't they? It's like one of the first things children do is draw. So it's like inherent inside us. So we should carry on. Fills up the time. And say, for instance, you can use the pictures to decorate your house as well.
Exactly. Like my mum's house has these three. These, I don't know if you can see in the back, there's three portraits. The one behind me was entered for the BP portrait National Gallery one, and it didn't get through, and he just sent me it. He's amazing. I'm going to post these pictures later.
Oh, do please.
An amazing artist, but I didn't like the idea of BP, you know, and so I was going to turn up to the opening saying fuck BP on my own outfit, but it never happened. So
you didn't have a chance to make your stand. That's a shame.
Another time.
So the boy who's modelling next week, he's watching now. Hi, Rui. Hi.
Hi. He'll do a better job than me because I'm moving a lot. I'm sorry.
No, it doesn't matter. You know, with the world of the photograph, we can snap you. But it's just, I think people are enjoying the chit chat. What's the time? 15:49. Can you bear another 5 minutes?
Of course, yeah.
Oh, good. Good. I know. I don't know. It's not everyone who's watching comes up. It's been weird. Oh, Katie says we've been sharing some images on the timeline if you want to have a look. I don't quite know what that.
Right.
What timeline, Katie? You know I'm useless at the world of tech.
Also, you can post on Instagram, and if you tag me and Sue, we can share them.
Oh yeah.
So
I think sharing your own art is a marvellous thing to do.
it's more.
Let's face facts. You're not getting out much, so you might as well share something you've done. You can either have that or your dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sent photos galore, which I'm going to have another quick look at. Oh, they're so lovely. That's from. See, I've told them not to send me, but they still are. But I don't mind. I'm thrilled.
What's your favourite painting that you painted, Sue?
Oh, I like one with a red face that I did a Trojan. I'm very keen on.
Mm-hmm.
No one's bought it though, but I do love it. Oh, Hilary Wilkie, your picture's gorgeous. I love the way you've picked out the main details. Let's have a look at Janie Kabira's picture. Oh my God, that's beautiful. And looks like in watercolour. Oh, you're going to be so thrilled when you see all these pictures, Daniel.
So excited.
I know, they're so lovely.
And it comes out in photos and pictures.
Right, now let me get back onto where I was. Oh, Ben Clayton, what is Daniel's hashtag?
Just hashtag Daniel Lismore, Lismore.
Yeah. Oh, it's at Daniel Lismore, isn't it? Is that your?
Or at. Yeah, you can at me as well.
I'm at Sue Tilley 1.
Yeah.
You need to be there. Philly Piggott says, hi there, gorgeous. Do you know him?
Yeah, I think.
All right. Oh, Robin Brew says, everything about this hour is brilliant. Please don't ever stop. Oh, how nice is that?
Lovely.
They won't do it forever.
No. It'd be like an episode of Black Mirror or American where you're reliving. Yeah.
But to be honest, I think it'd make quite a good telly programme if any telly producers are watching.
Yeah,
so every week, a different person on, chit-chat to them, while the public, and maybe a little invited audience, allowed to draw them. But I think, what's his name? Who makes the pots? What's his name? Look at my mind, it's gone.
Grayson Perry.
Grayson Perry. I think he's doing an art show on Channel 4 soon.
It's so important.
Yeah.
People, they're sitting at home and a lot of people think art is paintings and drawings and things, but it's so much more than that. And I think that we don't have enough of that on mainstream television. I think
know.
It's so weird.
And if you do an art programme, they're on really late at night.
Yeah, why is that?
I don't know, it's annoying.
Although Portrait of the Year, British Portrait of the Year was seen by a lot of people and it was on mainstream TV.
And they keep repeating it as well. So every now and then someone goes to me, oh, I just saw you on the telly. And it was like years ago it was on. Because Sky Arts, they like to repeat their shows.
Yeah. Maybe we should do an art show soon.
I know. Susie Nightingale says it would be an amazing programme. I think it'd be lovely.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, Paul Heron. I think he's a DJ. He'd like to tune into it as well. What's the time now? 7 more minutes till we go. Because to be honest, I think we can go till, I don't really need to round up, do I? You can sit there and we can carry on chatting till the end.
Yeah.
Oh, someone's doing a fashion degree from home. So this is helping them, brightens up their day.
Right.
Other people are creeping out of work. People are still working at home. They're having a little 10 minutes to look at this on the, online to do a bit of drawing, which is lovely. Oh, some people are just joining in now and it's almost over. But to be honest, it will be, if you want to watch it again or start from the beginning, the whole video will be on Isolation Station Hastings for however, as long as it lasts. But I hope that Hastings Station Hastings lasts longer than what's going on now. Because it's a great little thing. It's really enjoyable. Oh, someone's asked, can I do another session a bit later? Sorry, Anna, I don't think I can because there's programs all day. But the actual program will still be on the website for Isolation Station Hastings, so I can watch it from the beginning and draw it along.
And Sue has places to go.
Yeah. Oh, yes. I'm so busy. I've got my diary. You can't imagine all that's in there. It's empty.
We all have so many places to go.
Oh, Despo Hawkins wants to clarify where to send pics, please. Right, Despo, I believe this is what you do. You put your drawing on your own Facebook page as like a post, and you hashtag it. Hashtag drawing with Sue, all one word. It's going along that pink line at the bottom of the screen, and then apparently they will all come up. Oh, here, someone here is watching from Bali in Indonesia. So I've got so I've seen people from Bangkok, Bali, Portugal. I don't know what country.
Chiang Mai.
Like big pardon?
Gatoi Chiang Mai. For all you
What
Thai.
language is that?
Thai.
Oh, you're very clever. I can't. Well, I can speak a bit of French. That's it, really.
I asked if they were a lady boy.
Oh, that's not nice. So what if they are? Oh, someone here questioned saying, what part of? Hang on, let's see if I can find it. Where's it? It was something about the LGBT community. Do you feel part of that, or do you just keep yourself separate? Have they been helpful to you?
Yeah, I'm very much involved in it. I do. If you look on my Twitter, you'll see there's a lot more there. I'm quite political on Twitter, but I helped organise that the protest against the Dorchester and the Sultan of Brunei, who was going to. Between a few of us, Peter Thatcher, Paris Hilton, Omar Sharif Jr., there was all sorts of people that we kind of got together and we planned an attack on them. And actually, they I think they changed the law again. So yes, but I'm more of a staff activist. You know, I work with my activism. It's not always online. I'm constantly sending emails, trying to figure out like ways of, you know, disrupting and making things better for people.
Yeah. Oh, Aaron, I can't say this name. Aaron, you're Hildaratier Magdic. He says he can't think of a better way of spending his birthday today. Greetings from studio. Do you know him? And there's a flag, but I don't know which country the flag's from. But anyway, happy birthday, Aaron.
Happy birthday. Hi, Joe.
Oh.
I can't see that comment.
Penny Lane's watching. Is that the famous Penny Lane?
I hope so.
Yeah. Oh, we've only got 2 more minutes, so I'd better round up and say goodbye. I'm gonna. There's Katie's. We're gonna put a post up in a minute with all the pictures, but I can't thank you enough, Daniel, and the special little appearance from Pat, and then hopefully we'll get you down in Hastings for a sort of weekend of Daniel Lismore goings on. That'd be marvellous, wouldn't it?
I'd love it.
And next week, I've got Rui Miguel Liteo Ferreira modelling for us, live from his studio in Lisbon. And he's got to say, so, and he's quite charming and funny, so that'll be amusing.
So I bet follow you. Where can my friends follow you? If like my audience have joined in, so where can they follow you?
At Sue Tilley 1.
At Sue Tilley 1 on Instagram, Twitter.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think I'm Sue Tilley 1 on Twitter as well.
Yeah, you are.
And Instagram and Facebook. I'm just Sue Tilley. What other things? I can't remember. Anyway, that's what I'm doing. Oh, it's been so lovely. I've enjoyed it so much. But I think everyone else has to. And I'll chat to you in House Party, Sue. And I really love you.
We've had the best conversations on there.
Lovely. Oh, thank you so much. It's been marvellous. Thanks, Katie and Dan, as well.